Good afternoon, everybody. So we are going to get personal right off the bat. So with a show of hands, in grade school, how many of you recall asking to go to the washroom during class? All right. And again with a show of hands, do any of you recall ever asking to go to the washroom multiple times during a class? All right. So myself included, I'm sure we're all guilty of sticking our hand up just to go and roam the hallways. But did you know that asking to go to the washroom frequently and truly needing to go can be a telltale sign of diabetes? So unfortunately, diabetes has become a household word in my province. Newfoundland and Labrador has one of the highest incidences of diabetes in the world, with a child being diagnosed every week. So diabetes is a condition in which the body cannot produce or effectively use insulin. And insulin is the hormone which assists the entrance of glucose from your bloodstream into your cells to be used as energy. And our body battles with insulin deficiency by breaking down fatty acids. And when these fatty acids break down, ketones are produced, and they build up in toxic levels. And this acidic environment that is then created is called Diabetic Ketoacidosis, or DKA. So DKA is the leading cause of morbidity and mortality in children with diabetes. And the most important thing to note about DKA is that with proper insulin management, it can be totally avoided. So this is a very expensive preventable condition, as everyone with DKA ends up in the intensive care unit. So a number of years ago, the Newfoundland and Labrador DKA project was developed. This was a multi-phase knowledge translation project to better educate both healthcare professionals and the public about diabetes and DKA. So on the slide here to my right, you can see the project Deliverables. So this project was implemented for a 2-year period, and my master's research focused on determining the efficacy of the project. So as part of my analysis, I looked at DKA hospitalization rates for the 2 years before, during, and after the project. And so what I found was that for the 2 years during the project, rates were significantly lowered, followed by a slight increase post-project. And I also determined that contrary to the current literature, the most hospitalized age group were the 20 to 24-year-olds. So moving forward, it will be beneficial to have this type of education campaign in place for a longer period of time to become truly ingrained in people's minds. And further, we must add a facet specifically targeting these 20 to 24-year-olds. And I think this could be achieved by individual education in the form of peer-to-peer interaction, as well as transition of care education for physicians. So in closing, this was a cost-effective method at reducing the burden of a preventable diabetes complication. So your take-home for today is to keep those bathroom visits monitored. Thank you.